Welcome to day 27. Let me go back to the Gospel of Thomas with you. You'll be thinking, great Richard, I couldn't wait to go back to the old Gospel of Tomo. So I said one of my favourite lines for the Gospel of Thomas, which is alleged to be the most Gnostic of the Gospels. It's Jesus Christ as a Gnostic prophet. My favourite line is, that which is within you, if that which is within you is brought out of you, that which is within you will save you. If that which is within you is left within you, that which is within you will destroy you. It's an intriguing line. It's worth reflecting on, probably over a course of years rather than months. But how do we know what's within us? So following on from yesterday, where we spoke about Jung, and what authentic shadow work looks like. It's being uncomfortable, it's having our ego rubbed the wrong way, and our idealized version of ourselves challenged, our beliefs about ourselves and the world challenged. As you go through a process like this one, where every day you wake up, you have a discipline, you have an intent to move forward in your day, you have certain goals, certain values, that really is what I've done. Is I've tried to reduce what I see as being the most important elements of the human experience into a 15-minute session at the beginning of your day, because that's all you do as a human being, is you move in directions based on coordinates. That's it. So what are we doing every day? We're choosing our directions consciously rather than unconsciously, which would be habit, which would be impulse, which would be reflexive, which would be reactive, which would be passive, all unconscious, and making it conscious, making it something that is in the light, making it something that is in structure. So if you write down, today I'm going to jerk off and eat Pringles and drink vodka whilst watching Netflix, you might read that and go, oh my goodness, that's not in alignment with my values. Perhaps I won't do that. But if you don't write that down and you don't write down your values, that could end up being what you do with your day. Whatever the parallel for jerking off, drinking vodka and watching Netflix and eating Pringles would be, because there's multiple ways of wasting our time in self-indulgence, in things that just make us feel better momentarily. There's a multiplicity of ways of doing that. Whatever your way is, could be the thing that you would have ended up doing today that now you won't, because you wrote down your intention and you said what your core values are. As you've gone through this process, as every day goes by, you are getting closer and closer to that which is within you. Because the big question would be, if you hear this line from the Gospel of Thomas for the first time, you'd say, well, that's interesting. It kind of implies that maybe I have a purpose. Maybe there's a way in which I can be useful. Maybe there's a way in which I can contribute to the world. And if I do that, I will be saved. And if I don't do that, I will be destroyed. Well, is it a mystical point, or is it a psychological point, or is it common sense? Is this the kind of thing your grandmother could have told you? If you are useless, you will feel bitter and resentful, and you will be destroyed, and you'll be destructive. You will live a wasted life in bitterness and hatred for yourself, for others, for the world, and you'll be in a cycle of negativity. If you can seek to find something within you that is worthy, that is honorable, that is courageous, that is creative, that, I don't know, causes people to focus on beautiful things, that causes people to become more positive, that elevates human consciousness, that elevates the spirit, then you are saved. Is it a mystical point? Is it a psychological point? Is it common sense? Or is it all three? The question is, what is within me? Now, if we are in multiple layers of Maya, multiple layers of ego, in the Vedic traditions, the Sanskrit word for ego is Ahamkara. We didn't translate it to Ahamkara. We probably should have done, so we ended up with the Greek and then, sort of appropriated by Freud concept of the ego. Perfectly valid the way that he uses it. But I think it confuses people. The Ahamkara in Sanskrit is that part of you which is telling a story to you about who you are. It has a specific function. The Freudian ego is your boundary between yourself and others, the boundary between your internal world and your external world. Yes, useful concept, But there's a little bit of nuance here. Ahamkara, the storyteller, the ego, the self-maker. So it's the Ahamkara is the part of you that's telling a story about who you are as you're living, which actually is in alignment with the Freudian ego, but I like this little bit of nuance. I think that's really important, that it's the storyteller. It's telling me who I am as I'm living. That means it's kind of full of shit. That means that as I'm doing things, this Ahamkara is watching me going, it's kind of like a voiceover in a detective story in a film noir. And then Richard did this because, and it assumes intent. It assumes agency when there might be none, but it's a storyteller. So of course it's going to make up things. So as we go through those layers, through your mindfulness work, through your breath work, through the Qigong, through waking up at a certain time and applying a certain discipline, my hope is to reduce those ripples across the ego, to reduce the emotional dysregulation, to reduce the layers of illusion. They won't disappear, not inside of 30 days. But if they're reduced, we have a better chance of seeing ourselves and seeing reality as it truly is. So as you go through this process and you're moving in this direction, you're going to see more of what is within you that will save you. What is within you that will save you. You started with your values like this on day one. Now they look like this as you're 3-4 weeks deep into the process. It's more likely that what you're telling yourself to be true about who you are now is closer to the truth than here. Your intentions, your directions, your goals and objectives have changed, have they not? Over 25, 26 days to what they are now. My suggestion is that what you are living now as the story of who you are is closer to what is actually within you. Keep going beyond the 30 days with this process. Keep going. Keep discovering who you are. Keep discovering your authentic self. Keep discovering what is within you. And if you bring what is within you forth, bring it forth from you, bring it to the world, be courageous, it will save you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time and for your attention. And I look forward to speaking to you again tomorrow. Cheers.